Hey everyone, and welcome to Darkson Gaming. My name is Chris, and in today's video we are going to be going over the Breaking the Siege event, where you actually take on 5 rounds of 5 units from Frieza's team, essentially to the Bardock special. And this is going to be versus the intelligence level. So this right here is going to be defeating Frieza's army, going through, and I went ahead and set up a fairly typical Pure Saiyan's team to be able to take this on. My support items was the Deborah Cookie and then also Bulma. And this was the team. I ended up screenshotting this and just deciding I was going to go ahead and throw everything kind of together from this standpoint. But yeah, pretty much I took the Pure Saiyans, Super Saiyan Vegeta, Kale Berserk, and then the Broly, the 70% Z Broly. I ended up, one unit that actually did pretty well was going to be the Pure Saiyans join forces for the LR Physical. Vegeta Blue Evolution and the Kaioken Blue Goku. Broly, Super Broly, and then also the GT Goku. So pretty much pretty straightforward. Just wanted to try to get as much damage and stuff going on. Now, what I actually did, if you notice, is I turned around and made the Broly, the Super Broly. I went ahead and reversed him, so that way he would not transform. So I thought it was pretty cool the way that it ended up, and here we'll go ahead and take a look and see what ended up happening here. So obviously just jumping in, starting off my rotation here with Kale. Kale is, I'll tell you what, an MVP on this. And then with the right rotation, so was the Blue Boys, because the Blue Boys just did a heck of a job here for me. Really enjoyed them being there, so that was a pretty good fun time being able to try to get it situated. So I went ahead and started off with them. Try to get as many rainbow orbs as possible, because really what you're trying to do with them is just getting them to attack multiple times. I mean, that's the whole entire point of this entire setup. So here they're coming off 1.9 million, and they're really, you know, again, just a pretty good first round. I mean, just about anybody should be able to do anything, but then just their regular attacks, I mean, 1.1 million for just without a super attack, and first round able to completely mop the floor. And the best part about these guys is that they got the 4 attacks, so that was nice. And then having Berserk Kale kind of go off there, 5.1 million. So she's actually really good. Pretty insane. That was without a Bulma activated, so I'd actually forgotten to throw on the Bulma right away. So here, just went ahead, Broly setup, pretty simple. The whole entire goal is to try to get GT on the GT Goku on with the Blue Boys, so that way he's feeding the Blue Boys with different things, and here he's there to try to cause as much damage as possible as well. So Broly swinging off at 1.4 million. This is him toned down. I mean, he's not in a TUR state. He's still able to deliver 4 million and pretty much clear the board by himself. He does struggle later on. You know, going into the third battle here, the third round, and really kind of able to set things up here pretty decent. Blue Boys again. Unfortunately, I'm trying to get it situated where I can at least get something with the orbs to be able to drop down. And oh, it's my music. Oh well, I guess this kind of technical stuff happens in a one-shot. Oh well, we'll get it going up here in just a second. There we go. Horrible. Oh, such a rookie. 8 million crit. Man, look at that Kale. I mean, now, granted, you know, you're going against some fairly weak guys. And, you know, Kale here turning around with double super attack with another 8 million. And then, of course, Kale doing her thing. Triple super attack. Does exactly what I want. And that's one thing about this entire event, is that it is very RNG based. I mean, it's kind of one of those ones you can play a couple different times. It's not quite as RNG based as some other levels, but and actually I ended up doing, I think it's the one I go against Tech, so be on the lookout for that one. But the one against Tech is not so much RNG. I'm trying to do something very specific. But back on here, you know, Broly, just trying to get as much as I possibly could, try to get the super attacks going off with Broly. Not going to be a problem here. Doesn't matter what I do on the last one. But again, 1.4 million. And still able to get that attack all stats. Still wiping people down with 4 million. But I do need the assist now from Z Broly, which he is able to deliver his own 4.5 mil. Alright, so this one I believe was turn 4, if I've been calculating everything right. And, you know, again, Blue Boys, just really wanted to try to get them situated the best I possibly could, and then I also want him to do as much damage as possible. Again, the whole entire point is to have Blue Boys being the one, even though Kale really was great throughout this entire event. I knew the Blue Boys with a guaranteed 3 orbs was going to be, I shouldn't say guaranteed, but definitely a lot of help with those 3 orbs. But here you kind of see, you know, I'm struggling. I mean, they're not clearing the board with the 3 straight hits. I mean, luckily I was able to get essentially 2 super attacks. But still, at the end of the day, I'm only clearing the board by two people. So here, 6.8 million. Man, this GT Goku, I mean, he's at 100%. I was able to get him to 100% thanks to this celebration. So did pretty great on that standpoint. Definitely not going to complain there. And then he decides to go off and give himself the additional. So really, after this point, I had no problem with Kale. I mean, I knew she was going to deliver on her own end and still be able to deliver a 6.4 million with the additional. So that's right there's a pretty good indication coming to the next level. You know, you need to be doing 7-8 million in order to be wiping these guys off the floor. So here you can see now transforming Super Saiyan 2, but you can see that we do have the just 3 charges remaining, so this is it. So I go ahead and I always forget, like I always double check, I should say, making sure I have enough of all the orbs, but I'm going to go ahead and use the Deborah cookie just to ensure that I can get everything. And then here, I mean, getting the Super Broly with 15 orbs really makes a pretty nice difference. And then I do go ahead and activate another Deborah cookie. They don't stack, but it gives another orb change, and then guaranteeing that just essentially another unit's banking off of that additional damage, and then able to really kind of beat things up here. I mean, he just does his thing, does exactly what he's supposed to do. 6.4 million to everyone. Now, if you notice, I still have all 5 of them alive. So at this point, I need help. So, you know, Z Broly here able to turn around and get my triple super attack, which was really nice. I was really scared. Was unsure how this was going to go through. But then Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta able to finish things off. So, we're able to turn around and say that is going to be that. So hopefully this kind of helped you guys out. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys think, any other builds that you have done for this event. But otherwise, that's going to be it for today's video. If you haven't done so already, please make sure you go down and hit that red subscribe button, and don't forget that notification bell so you're notified each and every time that I'm uploading a new video. But otherwise, that's it. That's today's video. Thank you all very much for watching, and we will talk to you guys later.